know, email me and send me your phone number. I'd like to talk to you about what's going on within that organization, because it's not what you paid for at all. So if anybody knows him or anybody in MUFON and could kind of send that up the ladder, that would be appreciated to wherever I can get to, because I would genuinely like to help you guys. I believe you have the best of intentions. But anyway, the whole rant on MUFON was just so sort of, you know, people sort of think who hear this, you know, the authority on UFOs. Guys, we don't know it all. We're humans. These are not our vehicles. So, you know, so sort of be leery of that. I had a good friend who took some great pictures of UFOs and sent it to MUFON. I had a horrible experience. So that's a point there. This kid's going to talk about it and how significant that is. But here's the clip from MSNBC. He was interviewed on. This is mainstream media nationwide, guys. They're watching this, what's going on over Lake Erie. And these are the exact same lights that people like myself and Allison Cruz have been taping. And if anybody wants to talk to me, come interview me about what I shot and all that, feel more than free. This kid's doing a pretty good job. He's still a little excitable about the MUFON thing, but that's the only thing I can blame him for. He knows what he's seeing. So let's play that clip here again. This aired on MSNBC. This is their rights, but I wanted you guys to hear this interview.
Another UFO sighting on the shores of Lake Erie. At least that is what one man claims. So take a look at this. What's it look like to you? Last night was the 10th night in a row that he's seen the unidentified flying object. Well, joining me via Skype right now is Eugene Ehrlich, the man who saw it all. Eugene, good morning to you.
Hello, how's it going?
It's going great. All right, what's up with this? What do you think this is?
We have absolutely no idea. Last night, the 10th night in a row, we actually had some people camping out on the lake. We had a MUFON investigator come out, and he filmed it. He caught it on tape about 2 miles away from where I was at the same time as I caught it on tape. Okay, so that is significant.
What's a MUFON investigator?
The Mutual UFO Network, they usually send out people to investigate these things, to try to defraud, send out the people to get the hoaxes all out of here, because, you know, about 5% of UFO sightings are actually unidentifiable. The rest are hoaxes.
Okay. Now, people have mentioned that what you're seeing could be survival flight helicopters.
Actually, no? I really don't think so. When you see a helicopter, you can tell because it blinks distinctly. It blinks regularly. And when you see one of these objects, it is very clear from an airplane, from a helicopter, from anything. It actually almost looks inhuman. Now, don't quote me on that, but the way it blinks is just so vastly nothing like I've seen within the Air Force, within NASA, you know.
All right, no, but I'm curious. So there's MUFON investigators out there last night. What did the MUFON investigator say it could be?
Well, he actually has no idea. They like to not jump to conclusions. They need to get experts on the footage.
All right. Eugene, were you a UFO believer prior to this?
I wasn't really too much of a believer, but when I saw this, I mean, I really don't know what to say. These are crazy. 10 nights in a row. What's going on? And it's in the same spot, which really asks you, really, what is it?
How about authorities? Have you called the cops about this? Have you said, what is this? You know,
well, I mean, there's no reason to call the cops. These lights aren't really posing any harm to us, at least not that I know of. And we've heard reporters call the FAA, NASA, Coast Guards all around. Absolutely nobody knows what it could be.
Really? Nobody says, oh, we're doing training exercises, or we're offering up something, or astronomers are saying, oh, it's some reflective thing from, you know, a galaxy far away. I mean, I know I'm reaching here, but, you know, I'm trying to get to some reasonable explanation.
Well, we've heard some things, some theories, such as it's an iridium flare, which is possibly an old satellite getting light from the sun. But, you know, things like that aren't going to show up the exact same time, the exact same spot for 10 consecutive nights in a row.
So what time does this show up?
Well, last night it showed up around 7:14, the first sighting, and then it consecutively showed up around 7:25, 7:42, and the MUFON investigator correlated these times with me. We both saw him at the same time. We were not on the phone the entire night, so this is something that's in the sky that people do not know what it is.
Does it scare you at all?
A little bit, but I mean, I'm a little optimistic. If it's something beneficial for us, then I am very excited, and who knows what it'll be.
We're going to be following this with you, Eugene Ehrlich. Okay, thanks so much for bringing it to us.
All right, so that's a news clip, which I think is very cool. I'd love to talk about this, by the way, obviously. If anybody hears this and wants to get a hold of me, I'm certainly not looking for attention. It'll be AlienPhotog. I aren't getting my real name, but yeah, this is exactly what I saw, and very interesting how he says, it's this time, then that time, then that time. I found the exact same thing. And they look a lot like airplanes, but they've got some extremely bright lights underneath them, and a lot of times they don't make sound. And go to that website, www.ufozone.ning.com, and that's spelled N-I-N-G, and go check it out, because I've got this video up of this little clip from MSNBC here. You can check out for yourself. You can check out my videos. I'll get them all on that site here before the show airs. But I was just excited to see this get to the mainstream media, who are doing a horrible job handling it so far. But at least they're trying. At least somebody in the media is seeing, this isn't quite right. And I sure hope that some people from the Cleveland market there get out with their professional cameras. God, you could zoom way in on these things and get some great digital video of them. All of us taking these videos have these crappy little cameras. So I hope somebody in Cleveland media is smart enough to think, hey, why don't we go out with all these people and check this out and get it on tape? A big problem, too, is focusing, just because of the low-grade cameras. I had one, too, and I found one with a manual focus. But if anyone in Cleveland is listening, yeah, you need something, or if you've got $200, a Canon IS 120, or 110 was actually even a little bit better. That's about $200. Go out and put it on manual focus and go all the way to infinity. That's usually the biggest problem with these videos, is they're not in focus because it's on autofocus. It's really hard for the camera to focus on these flashing lights. But yeah, do that. You'll probably get just what I got, and I got all sorts of videos of it up. So anyway, this has been going on everywhere. This is the same thing Allison Cruz has been catching, and tons of people on YouTube. And this kid, he's very well spoken. So Eugene Ehrlich, and I'll probably try to get Eugene on the show for next week. Let me see if I can find a way to get a hold of him. Or if anybody knows, pass this along to him and shoot my email address, alienphotog@gmail.com. He's doing a good job. He's got his face out there and stuff. I'm glad it's him and not me. And let me tell you what I think will probably happen with this. He's already said they've checked with the FAA, the Air Force, all that. And they probably did that independently before it hit the news, would be my guess, which was pretty smart and probably not intentional. But you heard what he said. They checked and they got to know from everybody. Now, I'll bet you anything that somebody says here at some point, oh yes, that was the flight, whatever, coming out of with our landing lights on. Which is completely ridiculous. It sure looks a lot like it, though. It sure looks a lot like it. But I always tell people who say that, oh, it looks like an airplane. Well, if you guys look at the history of what has happened to UFOs, and they get chased by fighter jets and such every time they're around, you would understand why they feel the need to disguise themselves. And if you're going to disguise yourself in the night sky, especially over a city, well, you're going to look like an airplane, right? Everybody says, well, I don't understand the need for airplane lights. Why do they need navigational lights? It's to blend in, because these things do get so low that you would know something is there if you're watching close. So no lights at all is highly suspicious, and it also helps avoid collisions. But yeah, these things are flying over cities with very bright lights on. It's over a lot of cities, too, and I'll bet you anything, if you live anywhere near a major city and you go look around a little bit, you'll start to see this. So anyway, go to that website, check out that video there, and we'll put a forum thread on it, too. We've got a forum there and a chat room, and we always chat during the show live. It's always a lot of fun. So go to that website there, and you can check this out for yourself, and check out some of the videos I've shot as well that are pretty much the exact same lights. So yeah, that's been interesting, huh, Space Chickens? I think that's really cool. It got mainstream media attention. And I would say, unfortunately, I expect for somebody to make up some crap and quote-unquote debunk this kid after he's already said that he's checked with everybody and MoveOn's been out there. Or maybe this will be the big one. Maybe this will continue to happen and more people go out to the lake every night. I think, God, that would be really cool. And I'd love to get some video of everybody out there by the lake. I'll try to look for that and get that on the website. What a beautiful thing. So anyway, that was a big event this week, but I got to shut up already because we got a great interview coming up, guys. You guys are going to like this with David Eckhart. And David's a really good guy. I really enjoy talking to him, and I appreciate his patience in trying to get a hold of me. I wish I would have been able to talk to him months ago when he tried initially. A lot of times I get emails from people saying, do you believe this person? Do you believe that person? And I personally don't really do much of that. I really don't. My problem with it is this.